Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to discuss flat serves versus slice serves. I recently posted a super interesting video of Jannik's center serve where he was serving with a wet ball and he served out wide, and it's a very difficult serve to analyze by just looking at it because it kind of looked like a slice serve, but it also kind of looks like a flat serve. So I'll pose the question, is this a flat serve or a slice serve? And I received a lot of comments and most people thought that this was a slice serve. Now when you look at the mechanics of that serve, it's clear to see that Sinner did not have much of a lateral movement of the racket, because you got to understand that a flat serve has more of a forward movement and a slice serve has more of a lateral movement. There's one fantastic clip on YouTube of Riley Opelka hitting an unbelievable slice serve when he was serving to the ad side during a practice session at the Australian Open. He threw the ball way out to the right, and it's maybe the best slice serve to the ad side from a right-hander that I've ever seen, because that ball curved like crazy away from the opponent and it was a very easy ace. But generally what you will see from the pros when they attempt a slice serve, most commonly serving to the deuce side as a right-handed player, is that they have more of a lateral swing path. They will contact the ball, generally speaking, between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock, and when contact is established, the racket will move laterally across the ball. Now, why would that be the case? Because if I hit forward on the ball, I can still generate some topspin. The ball might spin this way. So it is true that even a flat serve has some spin on it. However, when we're talking about slice, or in other words, side spin, the only way we can make the ball spin this way is if we go laterally across the ball this way. So you can see here the ball is spinning sideways as I'm laterally going across it. That is a slice serve. What if I was to approach the ball like this, like a knife? I'm also going to be able to get the ball to spin sideways. So it is true that I can slice the ball by hitting it like this. However, what you have to understand is the angle of the racket face at the moment of contact, because that is the determining factor where the ball is going to go. This is how we aim in tennis. It's a completely intuitive process that we're not aware of, and something that we learned very early on in our development. But if I was to slice the serve with an extremely open racket face, it's going to be very difficult to get the ball to go in the box. So these serves that I'm hitting right now, they do have a lot of slice on them because I am approaching the ball with the edge, but it's going to be very hard to get that ball into the service box. Another confusing thing about that Sinner serve was the fact that he was going out wide. And despite the fact that he didn't put a lot of slice on that serve, because if you examine the swing path, we can see that Sinner was going forward on the ball. He wasn't going laterally across it, but yet the trajectory of the ball was leftward. So take a look here. I'm going to hit the serve flat, but yet I'm going to get the ball to bounce into the side fence off of one bounce. I'm not putting any slice on these serves. I'm hitting them very flat, but yet the ball has an extreme leftward trajectory. How can that be possible? Well, the explanation is very simple. We, as a right-hander, serve from right to left. So any serve we hit is naturally going to have a leftward trajectory, independent of what type of serve we're hitting. Now, of course, if we hit a really good kick serve, we're going to break that leftward trajectory. And the greatest kick serves in the world will be able to not only break the leftward trajectory, but make the ball bounce to the right when they attempt the kicker. So the big difference between a slice serve and a flat serve is the fact that the slice serve is going to have a sharper curve, because what happens when the ball is spinning sideways is that as it bounces on that side, the ball is going to go sharply to the left. So I'm going to alternate between a flat serve and a slice serve, and you take a look at the different trajectory of the ball. This one's going to be slice, and this one's going to be flat, and this one's going to be slice. So of course it matters where the ball lands inside the service box. Generally speaking, the shorter the ball lands, the sharper it will exit the court. So when you attempt slice serves, it's going to be very useful to aim a little bit shorter. Now for the flat serve, because of the forward movement of the racket shortly around the contact, it's going to be difficult to aim short unless you're very tall. So there's going to be a tough target to hit, but the same could apply for the flat serve as well. The shorter you hit the serve And the closer to the singles line you hit it, the sharper the exit of the ball will be. All right, so let me try to demonstrate that. I'm gonna go super short and super sharp on this slice, and let's see what happens. Okay, that was pretty good. And I'm gonna try to hit the flat serve a little bit shorter as well. Okay, that's a little bit tougher to do. And let me try slice again. Okay, that one I didn't hit so clean, but you can see on that first slice that I hit it short, and the trajectory was very sharp, which would make it very difficult for the opponent to get a good return. So what's the best location to hit flat and slice serves for right-handed players? So if you're attempting a flat serve, a good location is going to be down the tee. That's generally a good one for the flat. And also you can hit into the body, and yes, you can also go out wide. But because it is more challenging to get the ball to angle off the court with a flat serve, as I explained earlier, that's one that you probably shouldn't attempt too often. Now, as far as Sinner's video is concerned, what I actually think happened, because he did play with wet balls, the way he finished that serve, it did look like a slice. So it is quite possible that Sinner attempted to put more slice on that serve and ended up accidentally flattening it out, because it is weird that he went flat out wide. It's not something that you often see. The best location there is for right-handed players is to slice the serve out wide, because you can work with that so important trajectory of the ball. We can angle it off the court, but also you can go slice into the body. That's going to be a good option too, because the ball might jam the returner. And also, if you want to increase your percentage, you can even go slice up the tee. Now, how about the ad side? Here it's going to be more difficult to slice. Why? Because our serve is going to have a rightward trajectory. So we're going to have to break that rightward trajectory with the slice. I talked about the Opelka serve. He's got such a powerful slice that he's able to make the ball curve to the left, even though the ball has a rightward trajectory. This is something that's extremely difficult to do. You're going to have to put a tremendous amount of slice on the serve to make this type of movement of the ball happen. You saw there that I got my slice to curve towards the left, even though the trajectory was going towards the right. I'm going to show you a trick that makes this a lot more possible, and that has to do with the toss. And that's exactly what Opelka did in that clip. I'm going to give you a link of that clip. I'm not going to feature it because Australian Open or the Australian Tennis Federation is going to claim my video. But we talked about the trajectory, right? We're serving from the left to the right, and naturally the ball is going to have a rightward trajectory, and the more away from the middle I stand, the more trajectory I will get. Also, the closer to the middle I stand, the less trajectory I'm going to get. So if you are attempting to hit a slice serve as a right-handed player to the ad side going down the tee, you want to stand as close to the middle hash mark as possible. But not only that, if you look at that Opelka serve that I'm referring to, he threw the ball at 230, he threw it way over there. And what happens then is that you lose the rightward trajectory because you're making contact on this side of the court. And it's a lot easier to make the ball curve towards the left. Let me show you. I was able to hit a normal slice serve, but I hit it actually on this side of the court, and I was able to make the ball curve to the left. Now, is this generally a good thing to do on your slice? No, because anytime you make contact outside of your body's core, if you are hitting the ball over at 2 o'clock, you are going to lose power. Now, how about the flat serve? Well, if you're serving to the ad side as a right-hander, the optimal spot is going to be out wide. And if you're taller, if you can hit that flat serve a little bit shorter, you're going to get a lot of aces. In fact, Ivo Karlovic would be able to hit flat out wide, and his serves were literally unreturnable if he was able to get that sharp trajectory on his serve. Now, of course, you can go body as well, serving flat to the ad side. And how about down the tee? Well, here, I don't recommend that you serve flat. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, the target is a lot smaller. So generally, the two smallest targets on the serve are the ones when you serve down the tee on both the ad and the deuce side. So it is not a bad idea to actually slice serves into those locations. So while it is not wrong to every now and then to attempt to hit a flat serve down the tee, you want to slice to that spot more often than not. Also, when you serve flat, you're not gonna get a beneficial trajectory. Those type of serves have to be struck very hard, very precise, because what can easily happen is, for example, on the ad side, if you attempt to serve flat and you spray it a little bit, you go maybe not that much, but a little bit less down the tee, like this, and now the other person's got an easy return winner right on their racket. So make sure that when you're serving to the ad side, you're gonna hit a lot of flat serves out wide. You're gonna go either slice or flat to the body. Both of those are gonna be good. And when you're going down the tee, you're gonna use your slice serve as often as possible. Guys, I want you to look out for 2 videos that are gonna be released very soon with progressions on the flat serve, the slice serve, and the kick serve. And these progressions are going to be super helpful when it comes to your development of these 3 serves, which is going to, number one, allow you to have more variety in your service games, but also to be able to get your percentages up. This is where the slice and especially the kick are going to be so important. So subscribe to Intuitive Tennis and be on the lookout for those 2 serve videos.